Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today is another day of the 0 to Gold Cap Challenge. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today we have been farming up, well technically yesterday we farmed up the Volatile Fire Farm. Now I recently covered this in one of my older videos detailing how you actually set this up with your group, and to be honest we actually pulled in a decent amount of gold's worth of stuff. Now, aside from that, I have added in my whiptail farm, which is half an hour's worth, so just bear that one in mind. But the total bag value for my farming has equaled in 71,333 gold worth of stuff, so that's pretty damn good. So the next thing of note that I will probably be doing is sending this over to my banker, because we have over 759 volatile fire, 277 whiptail, we have a lovely amount of 562 ember silk cloth, along with 54 pyrite ore, elementium ore 163, and we got some actual nice enchant dual crafting recipes we can actually sell over as well. We also have some volatile life, 154 of that. All of these sell pretty damn sharpish, as well as the cinder bloom for that's 140 of those in my bag. So that being the case, let's just send this over to my banker so we can then shove that on the auction house and reap the returns on that. So that being the case, I would usually use my TSM group thing to send this over, but you know, I kind of find it a lot easier. I know I get this question a lot, like why don't you just use TSM mailing to do that. I do that only mainly for my crafting. I don't really use it for my standard farms. I just don't really see the point, because sometimes I want to just send it over to different characters and it's a hassle just going into TSM and just changing the name and all that stuff, so I just prefer to just send it normally. But aside from all of that, that is a decent amount sent over, and that is pretty much all I've actually been doing. It's the Volatile Fire Farm, and other than that, we do already have it on the subreddit. Obviously, if you don't know, we actually set up a subreddit for worth it exports and imports, and it is there for you. But other than that, we can just go into my farms. Volatile Fire is apparently 42,000 gold per hour, so yeah, no, it's pretty damn good. So other than that, let's just jump over to our banker. Okay, so let's get into the gold for the day, which is a lovely amount of 16,000 gold. 16,192 gold to be precise. The things that I've noted we actually sold was the Tome of Illusions Draenor, which was 1,793 gold for that. We also sold 15 War Scrolls of Battle Shout for 1,363 gold. And as well as that, we also sold some more uncanny stuff, which was the Satin Pants for 1,347 gold. We also sold the Uncanny Combatant Innovative Staff of the Peerless for 9,845 gold, and a Highborn Compendium of Storms. So not overly too great, but it's still gold nonetheless, so let's pull in all of this gold. So that being the case, what am I going to probably be doing with all of this stuff? No, we're not going to actually be using this to craft mounts. Judging by what we've got at this moment in time, it's actually more profitable for posting the mats for the Vial of the Sands on the auction house as opposed to actually crafting the Vial of the Sands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to craft the last few that I need, and then I'm just going to sell all the rest of the stuff. So overall we can then just make sure that we're selling those mounts, we'll get that profit from that, but then overall we should just stick back to material farming, so to speak, because at the moment the mount market for Vial of the Sands is completely crazy and is not causing us to get that much gold. So let's just post all of this stuff back to the auction house. We'll just quickly run through this and then we can post it and go on with our day. But aside from that, everything seems to be doing quite well. Just a case of having to readjust to the market, not a problem. Obviously Vial of the Sands is dropping in price at this moment in time, and that is mainly due to the fact Vial of the Sands. Vial of the Sands, there's 17 on the auction house, that's quite competitive for mounts, and especially a mount such as the Vial of the Sands that's quite competitive. and it's 41,000 gold. Now obviously I can pull a profit on that, but at the end of the day that's taking into account of the procs, and that's not a great profit return. Now that's only if I was to actually craft it, of course. Now the other things of note that I would actually probably do now is I probably will just sell the mats on the auction house, as they will actually give me more, as this is a negative without the procs. Now aside from that, the other thing of note that I probably will be doing is Mechanist Chopper, still definitely going about this. I actually need to finish off some quest lines apparently. I have now got, thanks to Farmaholic on my guild on Argent Dawn, thank you very much by the way, for helping me get the recipe for the Steelbound harness. Basically I just wanted to streamline it on normal with my Warlock, who is very under geared, so thank you very much for that, dude. I just need to get my Legion blacksmithing a few more recipes to actually make up the blacksmithing to the required level, because I didn't realise I was actually under. I thought I was maxed, but apparently not. So I need to do that today. I need to sort all that out before we do the Steelbound harness. I have been farming up that stuff in the meantime. And overall, we've still got a nice mobile banking of we've still got a load of Vial of the Sands in our actual bags, so we should be able to pull all of this in. But moving forward, Mechanist Chopper is still very, very profitable for me to farm, to craft. Vial of the Sands is not at the moment, but well, is not going to give me that much of a return, even though farm to craft back the gold for those materials. Because obviously you're farming to craft, so you're still not going to lose any gold unless it hits like 30,000 gold for the mount. So still making gold, but not as much as we would with the mats. So that's something that I probably will be doing. And in all honesty, if you're not making roughly around about 50,000 gold, I crunched the numbers, you're probably not going to be making an awful lot of gold when it comes to the Vial of the Sands. So I would consider that as a bust. I know you guys were asking about that, so I decided to crunch the numbers. So yeah, about 50,000 gold, give or take, a couple of thousand gold here and there. It's probably not worth your time actually crafting the Vial of the Sands. You're better off farming up the materials. Now aside from that, the Steelbound harness is still very profitable, the Mechanist Chopper is still very profitable, and the Gallywix ATV, which I still have not got those recipe drops yet, but we should be hoping to get a hold of this very soon. I just need to play my Paladin a bit more, my Blacksmith a bit more. Probably will, while I'm leveling up the Steelbound harness stuff, I'll probably be jumping on that and trying to get hold of the chassis, I believe is for blacksmithing. So I'll probably be doing that today. Aside from that, I actually did do some enchanting stuff today, and obviously you're going to see that a load of it's green. It's not actually green on my realm. This is taking into account Samadam's Super Shuffle. I've been playing around with this, and yeah, I didn't know why I didn't set this up sooner, because damn, you're going to make a lot of gold for this. It does require a bit more time to actually do, but the Super Shuffle's like insane, especially with Iron's Enchanting Rod. Damn man, that was it's pretty damn good. I know it's like old news now, but you know, I'm very slow to the draw when it comes to like some profession type stuff. As of last year, I was only focused on just getting a hold of the Bruto, not actually deep diving into different types of professions. Now aside from that guys, that's pretty much all I have to say for the day. Take it easy, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow.